Right now, there is a $1.7 trillion shadow hanging over the American economy. It's called student loan debt. For decades, teenagers have been told the same lie. It doesn't matter how much it costs, just get the degree. But in 2025, that advice is financially suicidal. The average cost of tuition and fees at a private four-year college is now over $40,000 a year, and that's before room and board. If you go the traditional route without a plan, you could easily graduate with $100,000 in debt. At a 7% interest rate, that debt will grow by $7,000 a year before you even pay a dime of the principal. You are essentially starting your adult life with a mortgage, but no house to show for it. But what if you didn't have to play that game? What if you could use the 4 years before college to make yourself a millionaire instead of a debtor? Today, we're going to break down the wealth logic for teenagers. We'll talk about why the prestige of your college is a marketing myth, how a 14-year-old can out-invest a 40-year-old, and the specific summer/winter strategy that could pay for your entire degree in cash. If you're a teen or a parent of one, pay close attention. We're about to change your future. Let's start with a hard truth. Colleges have become status symbols. We've been conditioned to believe that a degree from a top 20 university is the only ticket to a high-paying career. But here's the reality in the 2025 job market. Most employers do not care where you got your degree. Whether you graduated from Harvard or a local accredited state university, the box that says degree earned gets checked the same way. What employers actually want to see is experience. They want to see internships, projects, and a work ethic. In many high-paying fields like tech, trades, or marketing, your portfolio of real-world work is worth 10 times more than the name on your diploma. Furthermore, many industries prefer candidates who are a bit older and more mature. Jumping into a $200,000 debt at age 18 when you don't even know what you want to do with your life is a recipe for disaster. If you view college as an investment rather than an experience, the math changes. Why would you pay $50,000 a year for the same English 101 class you can take at a community college for $1,500? The information is the same. The credits transfer the same. By losing the prestige ego, you save yourself a decade of debt. Remember, no one asks where you went to school once you've been in the workforce for 3 years. They only ask what you can do for the company today. Now let's talk about the most powerful weapon a teenager has: time. If you are 14 or 15 years old, you have something a 40-year-old billionaire would give all his money for: a long-term horizon. At this age, you can afford to be incredibly aggressive with your investments. While normal investors look for 10% returns, a young person with a small amount of capital can look into aggressive growth index funds or technology-heavy ETFs that have historically seen bursts of 20 to 25% growth during bull markets. Let's look at a specific strategy. Suppose you start working at 14. You work a summer job and save $2,500. Then you work a winter break job or do some yard work and save another $1,000. That's $3,500 a year. If you do this for the 4 years of high school, contributing $3,500 annually, and you invest that money into a diversified, aggressive portfolio, earning an average of 20%, let's look at the math. End of year 1, $4,200. End of year 2, $9,240. End of year 3, $15,288. End of year 4, $22,545. By the time you walk across the stage at your high school graduation, you could have $22,000 to $25,000 sitting in a brokerage account. That is enough to pay for 2 years of community college and a significant portion of your state university tuition in cash. You aren't just paying for college. You are learning the habit of wealth creation before you've even moved out of your parents' house. But don't stop at your own savings. You need to treat free money like a part-time job. Most students apply for the big scholarships and get discouraged when they don't win. The secret is the local grants. Small businesses, Rotary clubs, and local charities often have $500 or $1,000 scholarships that only a handful of people apply for. If you spend 10 hours applying for 10 small scholarships and win just one, you just made $50 an hour. That beats flipping burgers any day. Then there is the global hack. For more advanced degrees, like a master's or a PhD, look into studying abroad. In countries like Germany, Norway, or even parts of Asia, tuition for international students is often free or a fraction of the cost in the United States. Even with travel and living expenses, you can often get a world-class education for less than the price of a mid-sized SUV. The goal is to graduate with a net zero balance. If you combine your high school investment fund with local grants and a smart choice of university, you can enter the workforce at age 22 with a degree, work experience, and zero debt. Think about the wealth logic there. While your peers are spending the first 10 years of their careers paying back their student loans, you are taking that $1,000 a month and putting it into your Roth IRA. By the time your friends are debt-free at age 32, you could already have $250,000 in the bank. That is the power of starting at 14. College shouldn't be a debt sentence. It should be a stepping stone. By ignoring the status symbols, working early, and investing aggressively, you can buy your freedom before you even enter the real world. Parents, if you're watching this, help your teen open a custodial brokerage account. Let them see the math work. Teens, if you're watching this, start today. That summer job isn't just for video games, it's for your future. If you want more strategies on how to beat the system and build real wealth, hit that subscribe button to start your high-yield savings for those short-term college goals. Next step. Would you like me to do a video on the top 5 high-growth ETFs that are perfect for a teenager's aggressive portfolio?